Santa, remember, bad kids get coal. Meanwhile, the fossil fuel lobbyists. Oh, that's why they're so bad all the time. They actually want this. I didn't even think about that. Santa, when his reindeer go on strike on Christmas Eve. Honey, I need to take one of the Huskies and a parachute. Now that I think about it, aren't the reindeers supposed to be Huskies anyways? The only reason why they got fired is they can't fly. Well, look who's laughing now. A Chinese guy's TikToks went viral and people realized he responds to all comments with this heart emoji because he doesn't speak any English at all. Oh, my family was oofed in a house fire. And of course he responds with exactly what we thought. I mean, that's one way to show his support. Maybe there's like some symbolism here. Those hearts represent the fire. Croissants after inventing the country of France. Could you imagine where these pastries would be if they didn't make an entire nation? Because I don't think baguettes could have made France by themselves. Croissants didn't even pop into existence till 1839, and it wasn't even made by a French guy. It was by an Austrian artillery officer. Just like French fries, France is always stealing foods. My teeth versus teeth from an MFer that lived 10,000 years ago. Wait, how does that work? Why are they so perfect? Wait, I think I remember this being explained. Didn't our jaws used to be a lot bigger back then because we used to like rip like meat? So now that our mouths are smaller, our teeth come in a little more crooked. Yeah, basically once we stopped hunting and gathering and started using more farming techniques, our teeth got worse. If 0 degrees Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit, does that mean that 0 degrees Celsius plus 0 degrees Celsius equals 64 degrees Fahrenheit? That was kind of a mouthful, but I can see this person's onto something. And does that mean negative 5 degrees Celsius plus negative 5 degrees Celsius actually is... Wait, I have to do the math. 46 degrees Fahrenheit. Christopher Nolan and his crew bringing Hilter back to make his WW2 movie even more realistic. I mean, all he needs is like a couple of dudes wearing these like crazy skulls. What are they? Antlers? I don't know what that is. Whatever that is. And that's only the second craziest thing he's gonna do until he drops another bomb on Hiroshima for his Oppenheimer movie. Oh, I'm building a weapon that could destroy the planet. Builds a weapon that is able to destroy the planet. Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh no. Yeah, you know what? Maybe Oppenheimer here wasn't so smart after all. Okay, I'm just joking. But these memes have always been really funny to me. I think it's gonna be fascinating to see the meme sphere change after this film releases. Human species is 200,000 years old. Known history of human species is more or less 10,000 years. It took 10,000 years to progress from smashing rocks to visit Mars. These last 190,000 years were all cavemen. And on here, something just doesn't add up. It's almost as if progress increases exponentially. Who could have thought? The craziest thing to me though is in 1903, we figured out flight for the first time. And then 66 years later, we literally went to the moon. That is insane. DNA testing was invented in 1986. Meanwhile, people in 1985 doing a ladder match to figure out who has custody. This will always go down as one of the greatest WWE storylines in history. It's funny because they probably did do this in moments of history. Like if I can beat you in a battle to the death, then yeah, this is technically my son. If you think America is a joke, remember there's an entire country that speaks like Stewie from Family Guy. What? Yo, no way. They're such big fans, they named an entire city Peterborough. I'm assuming this country only really watches like funny Family Guy compilations like on repeat. People in 1997 when a robotic voice on the radio says around the world 130 times. Is it actually 130 times? I'm actually curious if anyone has ever Googled this. Talk about the most incredible lyrics of all time. Like, there's a lot of deep meaning. So someone actually counted all 130 lines here just to confirm. Or I want to make sure someone actually listened to the song. This is the funniest lyric webpage I think I've ever seen. And it wasn't like just the USA loved this stuff. It was #1 on the dance charts in Canada, Spain, and the UK. Also peaked #1 in Iceland and Italy. And it's actually said 144 times. Might be the only song in history I remember all the lyrics to. Mojang, in this update, you can find oil in the USA immediately. That's all you had to say. Oil? What? We're going in. Actually, if you cut them off at Nev, we might just accidentally invade the Dutch. Then again, this is already real life Minecraft. Smartest mathematician in Ohio.
Math problem. Watch this.
16 minus
16,
9.
we know that is 4 squared. 9,
yes.
That's 3 squared.
True.
What do we have here?
I'm not even a good
difference of
mathematician.
squares, so we're going to factor that. 4
Yet I'm following
plus
this. Okay,
9.
16
Perfect.
minus.
Come over here.
Okay, so we're getting to the the good stuff.
All right,
16
9 is
minus 9.
6. Get rid of the 1 here.
Carry the
that's
1.
Going to give us.
That's right.
16
that's 16
minus 9. And again, we get 16 minus 9.
All right, we're getting closer. Dang, math seems so hard in Ohio. Maybe this is why crazy stuff's always happening here. Before was, is. People learning English, confused, screaming. Yeah, I do actually think this is a grammatically correct sentence, isn't it? Before was, is. Does that make sense? Seems straightforward to me. Then again, there are a lot of really weird rules throughout all languages around the world. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that meme actually copied this Spanish one that I saw. Me voy a ir yendo. It's just I'm going to go going. Something like that. I don't really know how it works, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, I'm gonna get going. In an age of ugliness, a work of beauty is an act of defiance. I'm actually just upset this isn't already an UNESCO World Heritage Site. Like, yeah, you got places like the Taj Mahal, Venice, Stonehenge, the Vatican City. But where is the glorious Bass Pro Shop Pyramid? It is literally the world's 10th tallest pyramid in the world. If that's not a World Heritage Site, I don't know what is. Talk about best first date locations, the Tank Museum and Monkey World, all within about a half-mile of each other. Actually, does anyone realize just how dangerous this is? I'm pretty sure this is how we get the plot of Planet of the Apes to happen. Canada, can I have lizards? Lizards, like, no. They literally said, frick this country in particular. I mean, I get why they said that to Iceland and Greenland. They're just like small islands. Canada is the second largest country by land area on Earth. I also like how the lizards almost go right up to the border and then they're just like, nah, we're just gonna stop or go back. We're cool with Russia though. We'll be in like 75% of Russia. I think it's funny how they're pretty much on every single continent and every single island on Earth as well. Like, how did lizards get to some of these out here in the Caribbean, in the middle of the Atlantic, even the ones that are really remote in the Pacific? Canada must have done something to make the entire lizard population really triggered. Travis Scott, look like bacteria. I'm just really shocked at how this guy can pull off so many different looks. Like, his ability to not even look human is incredible. Sorry, I can't come tonight. I'm watching the Rock, Paper, Scissors Simulator season finale. Rock, Paper, Scissors Simulator? How did I just now come across this? So whenever like the little dots get a little bit close, they instantly turn. Okay, so there's like literally a mini three-way war faction. And I don't even know how many. Oh, it was the paper one. I'm always gonna use paper now in this game. Someone needs to check on Dwayne. I don't think he's gonna be okay. If you live in one of these countries circled, then STFU. Wow, so the only people that can really talk in this world is pretty much everyone in New Zealand, or like the most remote part of Russia. Alaska's kind of good. Wait, actually, I'm in the circle. Argentinians, when they finally come to the realization that winning a football match won't magically fix their country. Oh yeah, that's right. This doesn't help us at all. Wait, like I said, this might have increased tourism for like a week. Wait, have I covered this? The fact that the Argentinian travel website includes the Falklands and even a part of Antarctica in their map? This person's asking French citizens about the World Cup, the victory against England. Been that for about 10 years. It's always a pleasure. A victory against England always warms my heart. We lost to England. Lost Argentina, but a victory against England is always a beautiful victory. Oh, so they're fine. They're fine for getting second. That's right. I forgot about that. I was gonna say they have been pretty chill about the whole L and everything, and that's because literally 2 games beforehand they defeated their greatest enemy. Indian voice. Yes, this is the IRS. You owe us $30,000 in Google Play gift cards to us. Pay up or go to jail. And this is every boomer's reaction. I guess it's time to give this man my entire life savings. Say no more. Yo dog, we eating our vegetables tonight. Meanwhile, the 2 kids in the trench coat pretending to be an adult. This is why I always just randomly decide to force all my friends to eat broccoli at any points in the day. Just confirm no one's a little sussy. Me watching first world citizens complain about a made up problem. Yeah, it's always good to keep this in mind in general. Be careful what you complain about. I will now no longer be upset at McDonald's when the ice cream machine broke. Average American citizen, according to Europeans, be like, Nikocado Avocado really is like the quintessential American. Probably more American than every one of us. And he actually wasn't even born here. Texans bragging about how big their state is versus Western Australians. Takes you about 12 hours or half a day to go from tip to tip north to south in Texas. Meanwhile, it takes you 1 day and 11 hours or like 3.5 days to go tip to tip to Australia. It's very easy to forget just how huge this continent actually is, or island, I don't know. It is literally way longer north to south-wise, and pretty much almost as thick. I mean, it touches San Francisco all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. Me learning how to do maths from a YouTube tutorial after they removed dislikes. 20 minus 20 equals 0, 25 minus 25 equals 0, 20 minus 20 equals 25 minus, that's true. 4, 5 equals 4, wait, I don't know about 4 equals 5, 2, I don't know where this person's math, okay, wait, clearly we know this person's from Ohio. It has nothing at all with YouTube removing dislikes. Just do it differently there. Girls with a time machine, I'm your granddaughter, really? Anyone with a time machine in reality. Nice party, Mr. Hawkins. If you didn't know, Steven over here hosted a time machine party for any time travelers to come join. Unfortunately, he's claiming no one showed up. At least, that's what he wants us to think. Girls with a time machine, I'm your granddaughter, really? Anyone with a time machine, oops, Earth is millions of light years away from where it was when I traveled to it. Oh wait, maybe Stephen Hawkins actually like oofed a lot of people accidentally. Like all the time travelers in the universe tried to show up to the party, but then they just popped into a random spot in the universe? Because keep in mind, yes, our planets all move around the sun, right? But also our sun is constantly moving around space along with everything else. So I don't know, time traveler probably somewhere back this way. The city of San Andreas turned into rubble after the cardboard boxes that I sold as super sturdy building blocks get slightly damp. Let this be a valuable lesson on who you buy building materials from. No wonder this city's always in chaos. It all makes sense now. I think that's what China's doing too. Nobody ambulances. Wii U. Honestly, I don't know why I put that in. I just wanted to do that. Me and European. Wait a second. Me and European. They technically follow the correct rule of using "an" in front of a vowel, but this doesn't sound right. Okay. Whatever. Me, a European, watching two people argue on Reddit about which is the worst state in the US at 3 a.m. They must have a blast doing this all the time. Like, we literally serve as their entertainment. Pretty sure there's only like 13 Europeans tops that actually know where Ohio is. I don't even know where Ohio is. Mario 64 players when they see a painting. Yeah, I remember when I was playing this game as a kid, constantly doing this all the time. It was painful, but I was just so into the game. It's hard to take myself out. Average Epic Games fan versus average Steam enjoyer. This has been going on for like years. I can't believe people still remember this. But to be honest, I'm still like this to this day. I didn't even get the free games. I don't know what's wrong with me. Americans have no culture. Oh yeah, how about blues music? And rock and roll? How about jazz? Stand-up comedy? Wait, stand-up comedy? Broadway plays. And finally, the biggest of them all, Hollywood. Yeah, that is a whole lot of, yeah. Don't forget about like jeans too, right? And skateboarding, cowboys. It's easy just to forget all this stuff. When you vote yes to Elon leaving Twitter and your Tesla suddenly steers you towards the nearest wall. I accidentally voted yes in that poll just because I wanted to see the results. I thought I could just revoke my vote. I just wanted to see what the percentage was. Turns out you can't really do that, so yeah. I also did not think it was gonna actually be taken seriously. When Ronaldo went to Japan and they thought he was from Brazil. Ronaldo is actually Portuguese, but Japan clearly didn't get that memo, or maybe they didn't want to get the memo. Maybe they were just trying to have a celebration of Brazilian culture. Anyways, Japan really does love Brazil. Unfortunately, though, this did make things kind of awkward for Ronaldo. What a crazy moment. And big thanks to my patrons. Drew, I'm stalking you and will kidnap you December 27th, 2022. DJ McSkillet. aPhatNarwhal. Drew's Argentinian $20 is a
Bjarne
luxury. Bring back
Evan
Pryce.
GoodOldRyah.
Kilgore is dead. Noah Gamer. Bassall 69. Patrick.
Phresh
Animations.
RyeThePie.
Scottish
Debbie,
Token.
if you hear this, I love you.
The Mexican
Twickenhamster.
Twickenhamster. And why am I doing this?